going on, guys? My name is Kronos, and welcome to the patch note update for 10.24 on Deadlock. We got some great new stuff I'm super excited about. This is the Hero Labs update. We just got the ranked update, and now we're getting the Hero Labs update. This is an experimental mode that they're adding into the game with new characters so that we can kind of help them figure out design and playability and whatnot during their development process, which ultimately will speed up things down the road and makes it so we're not going to get like a weird, unbalanced, shitty champion. It's kind of like a PBR, or maybe it's PTR, whatever the test realms are for like League and WoW and all that shit. So now we have that. We've got a couple new characters. We've got Holliday, Calico, Wrecker, Fathom, Viper, and Magician. We're going to be breaking those characters down, checking out all the abilities. A couple of them have been in the games for a while now, so you might have already heard of them, like Holliday and Calico. Others have been reworked or updated or added into the game for the first time. So that's really exciting. They are pretty rough. It is a lot of placeholder stuff because it is just experimental and it's early development stuff that we're helping shape. So that'll be cool. It is limited testing hours, so we can't even get into it right now. But thankfully with console commands, I was able to go ahead and go look at the champions before it opens up. It is, like I said, it's only opens for specific hours at night. So you will get to go queue in against people and try out these characters, it sounds like. Really, I thought it was maybe a private match type thing. But no, this is a live test realm type beat. So that's really cool. At the time of recording this, we still have a couple hours until it opens up. It opens it only for a couple of hours at night. 2 hours, 9 to 11. So kind of odd, but I mean, it's not meant to be prime time. Go play this now. They're really trying to push for ranked, and so I understand this not being open all the time. Because otherwise people would probably just be goofing off in there instead of, who knows. So that's cool. Gonna break down a couple more things in the patch before we get into the characters. Added some new visibility changes to make the characters pop out more. That's great. Lighting and sky changes. New keybinds for fly up, fly down. That's great because I feel like I always hit the wrong button. New build stuff. You can drag your build's requirements around, your categories rather. Lots of miscellaneous updates and just different abilities and items, and I mean there's just so much stuff in these patch notes. It's daunting to read them all most of the time. This is the next biggest thing in the update that I saw, is the earn position now changes based on who is in the lead. The teams are even, it stays the same. And rather, the pickup location will be the same. It'll be on one side of the map, but whoever is leading the game, it will change the delivery location to make it easier for the losing team. That's a pretty good change. I think that's interesting. It at least makes it easier for a team that is behind to have a chance to come forward, because those earn battles can get pretty hectic. So that's a good change, I think. We'll see how that actually changes the gameplay. They also added some new stairs going up. They changed the map again a little bit. As you can see, the stairs lead from the urn straight back into here. These map changes are trippy, I feel like, just because I get so used to the map and then things change. But this one seems cool. I think this gives you more access to those farming locations by the walker. Yeah, it adds a whole new area. I don't know how you're gonna use this, but they're changing the map around. That's cool. I like it. And then just a bunch more nerfs and percentage changes, and every character is getting buffed. Vindicta's got hit bad again. Shiv. I mean, they're gonna be nerfing. So those are the kind of the big things that I at least touch on in the patch. Now let's get into the new characters. Let's go look at them so you can head into Hero Labs tonight and at least know what you're working with. Here we have the Magician, the Magic Man. This is one of the new heroes that was added today. This is a temp name, obviously a temp model. Dude looks kind of rough from the outside. This totally is going to change just because I really don't see them having a gun that shoots 2 cards at a time. That seems kind of weird. But as we know, this is a time for them to work on these heroes and for us to give them feedback. So who knows how this will change? This is clearly one that's very early in the works. Here, let's take a look at his abilities. First, we have Vexing Bolt on the 1. Fire a bolt of magic that deals spirit damage and applies a fading slow. Press 1 to redirect the bolt towards your crosshairs. I don't really get how you... Nope, that's not the one. No cooldown. Oh, there we go. That's kind of funny. So, as it's going, you can move your crosshair and press 1 again, and it will go to that location. I can see how that could be kind of cool and useful. It's definitely some skill shot type shit. I like that. At least like an ability that you can redirect is pretty neat. On the 2, we've got Spectral Assistant. Summon an assistant at a target location. They mimic your attacks, throwing cards that deal spirit damage. Press 2 to swap positions with your assistant. Comes with a 10-second cooldown, a plus 5-second duration. And the assistant also mimics Vexing Bolt on its max upgrade. That's pretty cool. So it's kind of like an Akali in League of Legends. Obviously, we're missing some animations and a whole lot of other stuff on on this, but that's neither here nor there. As you can see, it is firing its attacks when you fire your attacks, and you get double Vexing Bolt. So that gets even stronger, having 2 at once, and this being such a high spirit damage ability, this could really hit hard late game. On the 3, we've got Rabbit Hex. Hex a target, transforming them into a rabbit. Rabbits are smaller and move faster, but receive a damage amp and cannot perform most actions. You can cast it on yourself as well. And I tried this earlier. Yeah, it's not a rabbit, it's a frog. Clearly, it's holding, or it's like a holding asset. Changes really quickly, and it's just the frog that the cheaters turned into. So that's kind of funny that you can at least you can now see what this looks like if a cheater gets banned in game. That's kind of funny. I always was curious what it looked like from their perspective. And on the ultimate, it's Paradoxical Swap. Fire an energy projectile that swaps your position with the target enemy hero. While the effect occurs, you also gain spirit lifesteal, and the enemy takes damage over time. It really just looks just like Paradox's. And I mean, Paradoxical Swap, I don't know if that is what Paradox's is called. I don't think hers comes with the lifesteal. Cool kit. I'm interested to see how he changes. So let's take a look at the next one. So jumping around, the next one we have here is the Lizard Man, Viper. Cool looking character. This super green lizard dude. Let's hit him up with all perks and see what we've got here. On the 1, we've got Hook Blade. Throw a blade, dealing spirit damage. The blade then hooks back, applying spirit damage. Again, and applying a slow. Yeah, this looks like a total placeholder ability. But, I mean, we can expect that for pretty much all of these characters. I don't think anything is really done for them. On the 2Z, There is lethal venom. Inject the target with lethal venom. After a delay, the venom triggers dealing spirit damage. The damage is increased by the target's missing health. That's an interesting little bit to chew on. The damage is increased by the target's missing health. So it's gonna look pretty weak here. Unless I can get this guy kind of low, but golly, his bullets are non-existent. Oh, it's like a, okay. That's that delay. After a delay, the venom triggers dealing spirit damage. Damage is increased by the target's missing health. Okay, so it's just like it's a curse. You're gonna cast it on him. Like, I mean, that's definitely not your initiate because it's gonna deal more damage towards the end of the fight. Could be devastating. It is super. So far, both of these heroes have been super spirit damage heavy. So that could be interesting. And on the 3, we have Slither. You have increased slide distance, can slide up hills, and can turn faster while sliding. And that's a passive. I don't know if I really noticed the difference. The distance-wise, sure. Like, it definitely feels like a little bit, like he's got a little bit of extra oomph in it. But I don't know if that ability really feels like it does much. And then on the 4, we have Petrify. Create a hexed area on the ground. After a delay, all units in the cylindrical area are petrified. Enemies also suffer spirit damage. Okay. I don't know what I was looking for. I didn't have the indicator at first. This just puts a little gargoyle down. It's a small delay. It's kind of like pockets. But because it has Petrify, that'll be a really good initiate for team fights. That'll be really cool. I feel like it could be. He's kind of feels like a mixed bag. Hookblade and Slither kind of feel like bad abilities. The 2 and the 4 feel like good abilities. Obviously, that's just like my initial reaction, but I don't know. Seems kind of weird. Cool character. I like the design. He's an interesting looking fella. I wish they'd make it easier to like look at our heroes in the front. But yeah, that is Viper. Coming in next, we have Calico. Now, the next 2, as far as I'm aware, have been in the files for a while, aka Holliday and Calico. I'm not positive that all of these have been in. I know Magician has not. Viper, I'm pretty sure was, but was under a different name potentially. And then, to be honest, at this point while I'm recording the video, I really have no idea which one Wrecker and Fathom is. There's one in the game right now called Vandal, but that's not what, I don't think that's what they're referring to, so I'm gonna have to go in and dig. But right now we have Calico. She is what a lot of people think is going to be the next fully released hero in the game. Her kit is pretty much fully done. She is pretty much fully done from what I can tell while I was playing around with her. She got this cool spinning dodge move. I like that. Looks nice. She's got a cool visual style. Really matches that whole aesthetic they've got going on with Deadlock. I like the details in her jacket. Cool character, cool design. And then for the abilities, Miss Cat Lady. Sekhmet? I'm not fucking doing this again.
Sekhmet.
On the 1, we have Sekhmet Spirit. Send a spirit cat forward that grabs targets in its way. Grabbing a hero will cause an explosion soon after. Press 1 to manually create the explosion.
Aim. Seek.
That was cool. So, Sekhmet Spirit carries them off, launches them up in the air.
Be a dare and kill them.
I like that. That's kind of neat.
Go have fun, darling.
It looks funny. He's just on his back.
There's nowhere to run.
So on the 2, we have Pounce. Leap at a target and inflict light melee damage and slow nearby enemies. You may use Pounce on a second target if within 3 seconds. So that's another one of those cool like double use abilities. I need somebody else near me. Okay, yeah, so it definitely doesn't use another charge. That's cool. Obviously, I'm kind of doing it a janky way of having to run across, but that could be really strong. That could be really useful to like leapfrog off of somebody and catch someone running away. On the 3, we've got Nekomata Ward. Deploy a statue to track enemies in an area. The ward will also attack enemies recently damaged by Calico. Target enemies will have reduced healing and heal Heal Calico when damaged. Got a huge range. So it's kind of like McGinnis turret, but like, I mean, I guess I can't test the damage or how easy it is to kill, but seems pretty good. Oh wow. Okay, the range is crazy. The range is crazy. Okay, yeah, this is broken. So obviously you're not going to be able to get them all going like that, but I mean, I guess if you bought extra charges and a fast cooldown, I'm sure you could at least get a couple of these going. And the range I can't get over how big this range is. I'm going to assume that it is probably as big as the circle. And the circle was coming up red a minute ago. Yeah, okay, so that must be the range. I mean, imagine running away from this fucking thing and it is just lasering your ass down from across the map. This is ridiculous for sure. I'm sure it'll be changed massively. Now that we've got all those going, let's take a look at the ultimate. Queen of Shadows. Mark your enemies and bathe yourself in shadows to strengthen your attack and make yourself invisible. Attacking will only temporarily reveal you. Attacking will only temporarily reveal you. Hitting enemies with melee attacks will reduce their bullet resist. And it stacks. So kind of like Haze's.
Insolent wretch.
It's just like Haze's disappear, and then but at least she like stays invisible. With this kit, I mean, go invisible and then like run behind enemy lines. Do like one of these numbers. Oh, that was the wrong button. That's still the wrong button. Which one is the cat? Ah, there's the cat. The cat's the one. So you go invisible. I mean, like, that was a terrible example, but you go invisible and like, I mean, just deliver them to your team. A lot of potential with this character. I really like it. Like I said, a lot of people are speculating this is going to be the next one fully added into the game, and I think so. I mean, her character, her kit's great. She looks great. Good character. Next up, we've got this rootin' tootin' cowpoke, Holliday. Now, for a while, people had speculated that she was going to be the next character added, and this was even before Mirage was added to the game. I have played around with her a good bit. I like her kit. She looks cool. Good style.
Incoming.
Going into the abilities, the one, unless they had changed it, is pretty broken and is gonna get changed just because, I mean, the range on it is ridiculous. There is no like timer on them exploding.
Here comes the barrel.
You can shoot them and you can do multiple
Setting
different things
dynamite.
with them.
I got something for
Like
you.
punching them, you can go Donkey Kong. That's your one. Powder keg. Place a barrel that explodes when shot or landing after launch via melee attack or bounce pad. Has a minimum to arm distance before it can explode. So, I mean, I'm sure that arm distance is going to change just because, like, now it should explode. It shouldn't be going
Blow.
as long as it is before it
Probably
explodes.
should talk to local
And the
law
next
enforcement
one-
about that one.
On the 2 is bounce pad. Drop a bounce pad in the world that sends you and other heroes flying. You'll stomp down, dealing damage. Just kind of like a Goomba stomp, and you can couple it with your barrels to launch them. And you can couple this. While it doesn't work very well because you're so floaty, you can use your downward dash, double crouch while in air to come down faster.
Down.
And I guess, man, it really doesn't even seem like it's coming down faster. Once you've hit your arc, or the peak of your arc, it looks like you can come down a little bit faster.
Setting a barrel.
And I'll be real, trying to bounce, it's going to take some serious skill. I'm sure people can do it. I don't think I can. To land these barrels efficiently and like actually be able to make a difference with them. Straight up throwing them and shooting them, or throwing them and meleeing them,
Barrel.
that's one thing.
Hope I got
Even
this
then, I feel like
efficient.
meleeing them is kind of situational. The 1 and 2 being really bound to each other. I mean, this is like a good initiate, I guess. Like it's a good retreat. And from my tests, I do know that you bounce off the top of
Ready to give pursuit.
you bounce off of a roof like this. So really you can put a bounce pad down in like one of the jungle rooms and really farm jungle quick. This one doesn't work that well because the roof is so high, but these lower roofs and like the smaller rooms, you'll see you can just bounce up and down like pretty rapidly and clear jungle stupid fast. On the 3, crack shot. Headshots deal bonus weapon damage, applies a fading slow. This effect can only occur when off cooldown. And this is a passive. Now, I'm pretty sure that is the big draw to why Holliday is supposed to be such a good character. I mean, this is... I'm pretty sure I'm level 1. I have no items. And it takes 3 shots to kill Infernus. Maybe I'm getting like a damage boost from the perks. But up close, I mean, her bullet damage is insane. So that's probably going to be a big draw for this character. And on your ultimate, you have Spirit Lasso. Grab an enemy with your lasso and drag them along behind you. The enemy is stunned, and Astro, that's the code name. That's going to be changed. A lot of people were speculating her name was actually Astro, but it is indeed Holliday. Holliday is slightly slowed during Lasso. Lasso is duration is paused for 2 seconds during the first usage of a bounce pad. So you can't just like bounce in and grab somebody, but I mean, it's a good get back here, you're mine ultimate. Definitely going to be useful for team fights, and I mean, just trying to keep like a squishy DPS isolated in the fight first. Really cool character. I'm excited for her. Between her and Calico, they seem to be the most like fleshed out. So I imagine they will both be added soon. Jumping into the next character, here we have Fathom, aka codename Slork. Interesting looking character. Another one that's very clearly not finished yet. But he's like this biker shark guy. Or maybe he's like a scuba diver. The depths fathom. It's Kind of got a shotgun rifle. I'm sure this gun will probably change. Some of the guns don't really match the aesthetic of the characters. Taking a peek at the abilities. On the 1, we have Scalding Spray. Spray scalding water in a cone ahead of you. You build up bonus weapon damage as the spray damages an enemy hero. So I wonder what like the fall off time on that weapons damage per second. 8%. Oh. 8% per second. So, I mean, that could be kind of cool. I like that it's not like that. I like that it just like stays bound to your crosshair like that. Instead of like trying to maintain it, I guess. I figured it was going to be like a water spout or something. So that's cool. On the 2, we have Breach. Launch forward, damaging all enemies near where you land and knocking them into the air. So this kind of sounds like Astro's kind of Goomba Stomp thing. He seems kind of strong. I like him so far. Yeah, he seems kind of cool. Good range on that too. Good knock up. On 3, we have Bloodletting. Take only a portion of incoming damage immediately and defer the rest to be taken over time. Activate to clear a portion of deferred damage. So this is a 100% just Shiv's ability. If you ever played Shiv, you take half your damage, it builds up. Your health bar will be yellow while you're taking that damage, and that's you can heal back a percentage of that as your deferred damage. So just kind of a recycled ability. I'm sure that will probably change because it doesn't seem like they are recycling stuff. At least they haven't. Reef Dweller Harpoon as the ultimate. Throw a harpoon that latches to a surface and pulls you in. While hanging attached to the harpoon surface, you are invisible and invulnerable. Enemies look directly at Fathom, reveal the invisibility. Passive. While out of combat and hidden on the mini-map, heal a portion of your max health every second. That's pretty cool. A good 5. I mean, it just takes place of a health regen ability. Obviously, it's not going to help at all early game, but could be beneficial late game. I don't want to say it's going to be helpful. Take a look at that. Okay, wow, that yeah, that's kind of goofy as fuck. Yeah, that's gonna need some work. I mean, it does exactly what it says it's gonna do. I don't know why you have to cast it twice. It seems kind of buggy. And look at those flippers. Yeah, I mean, so like you're stuck to the wall, and you've got health regen. I'm sure I'm missing something with that, but that seems just dumb. I mean, I guess you could hide up here. Like, even then, like, you can't attack anything. You can't. I guess that could be cool. I mean, just like hide on a wall and they're not gonna potentially see you, and could be cool. Just seems kind of weird. But that is Fathom. And last we have Wrecker. She's got another kind of sharky helmet. I guess it's more of a robot with some placeholder textures. But I'm pretty sure. Ooh, I like that. I like that spin. It's a good spin. I'm pretty sure she was also here for a while and has just kind of now maybe been updated a little bit more. So I did go through and check all of the heroes previously, but it's been a while, so I really don't remember. Checking out the 1, We've got Wrecking Ball. Create a large ball of scrap that can be thrown, damaging and stunning anything it hits. The ball takes time to create, and you move slower while carrying it.
Prepare.
You're really slow while you're doing it.
Kill. I find them.
But also, you gotta like throw it off to the left of your... At least to get a full impact. Otherwise, you're gonna miss. That's cool. I'm sure that'll at least look better when it's a little bit more worked on. On the 2, you have Consume. Stun an enemy trooper or NPC, damaging them while held. A successful kill provides a fire bonus and restores a bioblast charge. This bonus stacks independently. So this one can't be used against players. I don't know how I feel about that, considering, I mean, the whole game is supposed to be, I mean, like, you're playing against players. I would hate to sacrifice an ability just to do that to an NPC. I mean, you get a 3 charge, but I mean, you're completely locked down while you're doing that. That seems really bad. I mean, it's got the hold from like Wraith's ult that I like because it's a funny noise. You know, you can hold somebody in place for a good little bit. It seems like it's not useless, but it's you can't do it against people. Yeah, this is fucking useless. Unless I'm just misunderstanding something. And you get a bioblast charge. That's your 3. Shoot out a blast of consumed remains, damaging and slowing enemies. Multiple hits increase the slow. Seeing this ability, I totally remember this character being in here months ago. I'm sure that'll be changed just because it doesn't look good. But you can at least stack it. You can at least get some charges back. And on the ultimate, you have Astral Walk. Launch a flying shadow copy of yourself that you control, teleporting your original body to wherever it lands. The teleport explosion slows enemies and deals damage based on how long you were flying. Okay. Okay. That's kind of fun. It's like it's like the gargoyles flying. Come gank a lane real quick. That's kind of cool. I like that. And so with that, that is the last new character added into Deadlock on 10/24 with the Hero Labs update. I'm really liking these new characters. Some of them seem like they've got some real potential. I really like Calico. I'm excited for when she'll get added to the game. Same with Holliday. And the rest of these, I really can't wait to see how they improve visually, because the visuals are pretty rough right now. And a couple of them definitely need some tweaks to the kit to make them a more viable option. And like, especially a solo lane, maybe this character is more of like a support. But I'm still trying to wrap my head around how you could use 2 to like be efficient and like effective, and I don't know. But with that, I'm gonna close it out. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think of the new characters, which one you're excited for, anything. Let me know down below. I've been Kronos. Thank you for checking this out. I'll catch you later. Good night.